Evening, everyone. We would like to welcome the winner of the 2024 CJ Cup Byron Nelson winner, Taylor Pendrith, to the Media Center. Taylor, congrats on capturing. How does it feel to be a PGA Tour winner?
Yeah, it doesn't feel real yet still. It was all a blur the last hour, but to hear that sounds amazing, and it's been something that I've been working towards my whole career, and to finally get it done feels unbelievable.
How was it sleeping on the lead and kind of contending with that final group all the way to the end on 18?
I slept pretty good. I was a little disappointed that Toronto Maple Leafs lost last night, so that was mostly on my mind. But yeah, I slept good. The morning was good with my wife and son. Everything was pretty normal. I felt really calm all week. And all today I felt really calm too until, the end where things got a little interesting. But yeah, I've held the 54-hole lead before and haven't got it done, so I learned a lot from that, and just tried to be a little better today and stay in my own lane and just kind of put my head down and go to work, and to come out on top feels unreal.
I'm going to say we're sorry about the Leafs loss, but getting your first victory, does that make it better?
It makes it better, yes.
May have a few more for you at the end, but we're going to go ahead and open up to media. If you do have a question, please raise your hand, and we will get a microphone over to you. It'll start off here with Cameron.
Your emotions from the time you were crossing the bridge onto the 18th green, how did you handle kind of the fluctuation from what you were planning, maybe having to make an eagle, compared to then you have a birdie putt to win it all?
Yeah, it was wild. I hit a really nice shot in there. 35 feet probably for eagle, and Ben was in a little bit of a tricky spot, but he's been playing so good all day. I expected him to have a putt at birdie, so I was fully prepared to try and make that putt, and I didn't hit the best putt. I was a little disappointed that I left it short, but then when he missed his par putt and I realized I had a putt for the win, it was kind of all of a blur really, but I've never had a putt to win a PGA Tour event, so my caddy said this is the straightest putt we've had all year, and just knock it in. And it managed to slip in the left edge, so I'm pretty happy.
We'll stick up front here with Skylar and then move back to Kevin.
Knowing it's difficult to watch your fellow competitors go through what Ben was going through, how do you sort of keep yourself in your own moment and kind of focusing on what you're doing while that's going on?
Yeah, I had a long time before I hit that eagle putt. By the time I marked the ball to the time I hit the putt was a few minutes for sure, and I wasn't really trying to pay attention to what they were doing, although it really mattered obviously, but I was just focused on trying to hit a good putt, put good speed on it. If it doesn't go in, go tap it in, and then put the pressure back on Ben. And I left myself a little bit more than I wanted to, but it was a pretty simple putt. But it's I feel for Ben. He played really good, really good today, especially down the stretch, birdieing 16, 17. And I've been on the other side of it a couple times, and it sucks, but it's golf. It's a hard game, and obviously I'm thrilled to birdie the last and get it done, but feel for him.
We're going to move over to the left side. We have Kevin in the back in green hat.
Taylor, right here. Hi. You talked earlier outside about how quickly everything happened on the 18th green, and I just wonder, with everything that was at stake, how did you slow yourself down over that putt and get in a good mental place to hit it?
Yeah, I feel like in the last few months my mental game hasn't been great. Maybe mixed with a little bit of physical side. My shoulder hasn't been great, and I've been working with my mental coach Adrian for the last 6 weeks probably. And just working on acceptance, and everybody wants that opportunity to have a putt to win a PGA Tour event. I was nervous for sure, and my caddy, we've been working on our communication as well, and he said this is the straightest putt you've had all year, just knock it in, and was able to do that. But yeah, it was a mix of emotions for sure, with everything happening so fast, but I'm very happy that it did go in, but just tried to stay in my routine. I felt like my routine was really good this week, which I've been working on, the last few weeks, and so just did the same thing that I did over every other putt.
Thank you. One other question. After Ben made the putt on 17, did you have to give yourself a little talk walking to the 18th tee?
Yeah, obviously he made an unbelievable putt there with that much on the line, and I thought I hit a really good shot off the tee and just spun back a little bit, and I was in a tricky spot and hit an awesome chip shot right where we were talking about and trying to give ourselves something inside 10 feet for par, and I wasn't expecting him to make that, I guess, but he did, and so I knew that I needed to make that putt to have some sort of chance on the last, and hit a nice putt, and it just slipped in at the end, so that was a huge save, and ultimately is why I'm sitting here.
Back over to the right side here.
You said you had a lead before going into Sunday. What did you learn from that situation to what happened today?
I think I learned that I need to stay aggressive, play my own game, not worry about what others are doing, and kind of go out there and win it and not let it, I guess, be brought to you. So that's what I was trying to do today, stay aggressive. I hit driver on the first hole, which was maybe borderline. If I hit it a little right, it would have been in the hazard, but I hit a nice wedge shot in there and made birdie on the first, so got off to a good start. I calmed the nerves a little bit, but yeah, I felt like I was driving it good, and there's no reason for me not to hit driver on most holes and stay aggressive, because obviously needed to shoot low today to get it done, and somebody from the back could have shot 7, 8, 9 under to contend. So it's yeah, that's what I learned. Just go out there and play aggressive and go and get it.
Sticking to the right side, Cameron, then we'll go over to Gogol.
I know one of the first people to greet you on the green was obviously your family, but Mackenzie was also there. You guys have, all the Canadians, you guys have such a tight bond. What was it like when you looked up and saw him for the first time, and what was that celebration between you two like?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We're very close. Everybody, all the Canadians on tour for sure. Me and Mac played together at Kent State with Corey as well, and I was there for Mac's first win when he won in Sea Island. I was living in Charleston and drove down. It was a Monday finish, and me and my caddy at the time drove down at 3 a.m. in the morning to get there, and so I saw him win his first one. So it was pretty special for him to be there with a beer waiting for me, but it was pretty nice.
To the left side, we have Hogel.
CJ Group put many efforts on that providing that all food services for player dining. Can you share your experience at the whole week about the food and then here the player dining?
Yeah, the player dining was fabulous this week. It was best of the year, I think. The lunch was phenomenal, and can't thank them enough for providing that. It's I love that kind of food, so I felt right at home, and yeah, it was very delicious.
Back over to the right, Cameron.
Do you consider yourself much a history buff with the tour history? I mean, considering Byron Nelson's name attached to this, what do you know about him and the fact that your name is going to be tied with him forever now? What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not a huge golf history guy, but Byron Nelson is a special name, and for my name to be on that trophy is super special, and it feels unbelievable, and to see some of those names on that trophy it's crazy. I still can't believe that I'm a winner of this tournament, but I'm sure it'll kick in soon. But it feels great.
We have Matt in the back by the camera.
Taylor, you talked earlier in the week about the shoulder injury and kind of some of the nagging things you've been dealing with. How much confidence does this give you mentally to kind of get back in there and do things the way you have been? Yeah,
it's huge. I feel like my game has been close the last few weeks. Starting to feel better physically after a long time, and have not been driving the ball well this year statistically, and feel like it's coming along, and this week really clicked. I felt super confident with the driver in my hand. I was swinging hard. Ball speed was how it used to be. My distances were back to kind of what I'm used to. but yeah, it's been a grind for the last little bit. You know, I got off to a good start in the year with 2 top 10s and then missed a bunch of cuts. Wasn't playing great. Mentally wasn't really having fun. And then the last couple weeks was a good prep for here, I guess, and everything kind of clicked this week. I think I did all aspects of my game were very solid. Yeah, so it gives me tons of confidence moving forward.
Sticking with a similar question, battled injury, does it kind of make this win a little bit more satisfying knowing you've overcome these injuries?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I've had, 3 different procedures to try and fix this pain that I've been dealing with, and the last one was the week of the waste management, and he said it could take some time, and I feel like the last couple of weeks has really started feeling better, and it was super frustrating for a long time. It was just lingering, and I didn't know if it was going to feel great or feel bad, and so yes, it's very much more rewarding dealing with all of that, to come out here and feel good, and know my game is good enough to win out here.
We have any other questions? Not? Perfect. Again, congratulations, Taylor, on the win.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.